go.
See my haircut and beard trim?
Go. I'm trying to grow this out down here. I want to like
down there. Yeah, just let it grow, and then you can braid it and put beads in it.
No. We're back for our third episode.
And this is our Christmas wish list for the Canucks.
All right. First of all, let's talk about the Canucks. They haven't done very well this year, so they're in dire needs of some presents for the holidays.
The tree's going to be piled up with presents this year.
Yeah, since you look more like Santa Claus than me, I'll just call out some names and you let us know what you think they deserve.
Sounds
for Christmas.
Good.
All right. Let's start with Bo Horvat.
Bo Horvat. Well, Bo could probably use some new luggage, to pack up his gear and his belongings as he heads out of town.
You think he's actually going out of town?
I believe that Bo will be dealt, yes.
So he needs some new luggage? Okay, I gotta give him some new luggage as well. But I still think there's a chance he stays here, so maybe not. Right, so
you can get him something else then.
No, you're Santa, so you're delivering the presents.
That's true.
Okay, Brock Besser.
Brock Besser. Well, Brock needs I'm Santa and I want to give Brock a present, I'll give him a one-timer.
Exactly. I like Brock Besser. He's a good player in my books. He's a better human being. He's a little slow, a little one-dimensional. Unfortunately, with his wrist injury, he just doesn't got that shot anymore. He's not quick with it.
No, but that one-timer would really help his game. So
exactly.
Santa will try and get him that one-timer.
Exactly. Then maybe he could, emulate Ovechkin or even Kyle Connor.
Absolutely.
Absolute blast on the point there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Patrick Demko, who's had a...
Patrick, you mean Thatcher Demko?
Oh my God, I said Patrick again.
Yes, again.
Okay, I got
Thatcher. I would get Thatcher a time machine to go back in time to the bubble there in Edmonton. He's never played better in his life, so yeah, maybe when he wakes up, that'll be a time machine under Demko's tree.
You heard my views on that and what's wrong with that. I don't think he needs a time machine, but
I think he wants a
divorce
lawyer.
No. I would never advocate for that. I just think he needs to just get his head away from family and just concentrate on hockey for a little bit.
Go back to that bubble where that was
Okay, the bubble. All right. Let's move on before we get into trouble. Curtis Lazar, he's new, so
yeah. I think Lazar wants some time on the penalty kill, some significant time on the penalty kill.
Penalty kill? You think he'd help the penalty kill?
I do. I think he'd be good at it. He's killed penalties in the past, and
I agree with that. With the way they are on the penalty kill, I don't think he's going to make that much of a difference. He might give the other forwards a rest, which I'm okay with.
But I think that's what he's asking from Santa. So Santa will see what happens.
All right, Santa. Okay, Pettersson. He's had a pretty good year.
Oh,
this year.
yes.
So what does he want?
Elias Pettersson, I think he needs a backpack or a basket to help him carry this team on his shoulders like he's done all season.
Backpack, huh?
Carry this team. I mean, he's carrying this team on his back and on his shoulders. Without him, they'd be, dead last.
Yeah. I underestimated him. I honestly thought he was good. I didn't think he was this good. So I'm the first person to say, I underestimated him. And I would like to just see him get a little stronger. Yeah. I still see him falling down a little bit.
Put on some weight, but...
Yeah,
maybe
get him some.
Get on the old.
No. Get him like one of those universal machines or whatever at home, so he could exercise.
Or he could go on a diet that I'm on.
Yeah, you could be his dietitian.
I could be. But...
Yeah, there you go. This guy here, right here, Luke Shen.
Luke Shen. I think Luke needs a pretty good massage. His body is pretty sore from all those hits. He's hitting guys every night and record amount of hits, and that would probably help him, help his body and help him.
Luke Shen, he's the all-time hit leader for defenseman, or is
Defenseman
that all, or
in
for
the
everybody?
NHL. No,
No, just the
for
defenseman.
defenseman, yeah.
Okay, you got to make sure. Massage would be good. A change of scenery might be even better.
Another Stanley Cup.
Go for a third Stanley Cup. You know, I think a change of scenery would be actually, maybe he doesn't want to leave Vancouver, but he could probably get his third Stanley Cup. I'm pretty sure any Stanley Cup contender would love to have him.
Have him in your lineup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, even a seventh guy there that can step in, right? A veteran guy, he's going to stay at home. He's going to clear in front of the net.
Yeah, and he's going to hit, and his body's going to ache. So
yeah. Get him some Zorbine Jr. as well. So.
Exactly.
All right.
I'll give him some Zorbine Jr. and a stocking. That's
stocking,
what he'll get in a stocking, yeah.
All right. This is one of my favorites from this year's Kuzmenko.
I think he needs a couple of duffel bags to hold all the money he's going to be getting in this summer, whether it's in Vancouver or somewhere else. He's going to need something to carry all those dollar bills around with him.
I think he is more valuable to the Vancouver Canucks than the Vancouver Canucks wants to think. I think he makes Pettersson makes him better. I think he makes Pettersson better as well. And it doesn't matter what lineup
he's played with anybody this year. And
he assists on everybody.
Yes.
So he could play with anybody.
Yep.
And I would like, for my own sake, for the Canucks to sign him up before it gets to the summer.
Before he gets there, exactly. Yeah. So they don't have to. They're not in that position.
Exactly.
But either way, he's going to need a duffel bag to carry all that money.
Well, especially if they're going to get rid of Besser.
Yeah, well then,
if you're gonna keep Besser, then
he's another right shot guy, right? So.
Yeah, I think they're both similar players, but I think Kuzmenko's just a tiny bit better, more dynamic.
Yes.
Faster. Yeah. Way more what is called skilled. Looks like to me anyway.
Yes.
Who knows what happens if they ever make the playoffs, but that's a different story.
Another year.
Okay, your boy Quentin Hughes.
Quentin Hughes probably could use a stick. And probably get some, and get a better shot. This guy has so many times he has great opportunities, but he doesn't have, his shot couldn't break a piece of paper. So maybe a new stick and work on a shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just been unlucky. I think he's been playing way too much. That's what I think. I think he needs a little bit of a rest. Maybe cut down his minutes. I mean, if they're not behind, he doesn't have to play as much. Mm-hmm. I'd say, maybe drop him down to the second pair D for a little bit. Give him some rest to recuperate a little bit. A stick wouldn't hurt. I mean, a goal,
that's exactly when you need a better shot to get a goal. You need a better stick to get a better shot.
Flex in there. And
whatever
Ovechkin
maybe you should go back to the old wooden stick there.
I don't think anybody uses a wooden stick anymore.
Back in the old Al McInnes days there.
Yeah, Al McInnes was a beast. Yeah, I don't think...
Al Iafrate.
Yeah, Al Iafrate as well. I mean, Chara... we don't think of him as having a huge shot because he doesn't score that many.
But same thing, right? When you're that
size. But you're that size, you could transfer that. Hughes, I just think he needs a little bit of rest. He's playing way too much, and it shows. He just can't. He seems like he's always tired.
He's always playing the most minutes in the league, which he is this year. So
yeah. So and especially in games where we got no chance of winning. We're already
down 5-1. He doesn't have to. Yeah,
he doesn't have to play all that much. So just take him out, give him a rest there. All right, here's a guy, Spencer Martin.
Spencer Martin. What do we have under the list? Oh, some rest. He played his best hockey when he was the backup, and now with Demko out, he's the number one, and his play hasn't been nearly as good. I think he either needs some rest or he'd like Demko to come back, which is going to give him rest, and he'll be at his best. But
I think he needs some rest. He's a backup for a reason. He's played really well, but some of the goals, he's just like, what?
Well, I think that again, right? There's more pressure on him now being a starting goalie. So when he knew that he was the backup goalie, there's no pressure, right?
Yeah.
And his mindset has changed, and his mindset should have stayed the same.
Or you get him a defensive,
A team that can play some defense
exactly.
in front of them. There's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, so
A shutdown team that goes shut down and not,
that could actually play defense.
Defense in front of them.
That's clear people
that's
away.
That's a good stocking stuffer, I think.
A stocking stuffer?
Remember the main gift.
I think we could all use that, right?
Yes.
So, Connor Garland.
Connor Garland's some finish. Maybe send him to finishing school. This guy gets all those chances because he works hard and he skates and he wants it so bad, but he has just no finish. If that guy had any kind of finish, he'd be a 35 to 40 goal man every year because all the chances that he gets.
I like Connor Garland. It just been a tough year for him. He seems like he's working hard.
He works.
It just doesn't.
He doesn't have that finish. He just.
Well, the other thing is he's moving from line to line to line, so he doesn't know his line mates. He doesn't. Usually like with the Sedins, they played together.
Yeah.
They knew. Bang.
I guess you're right there. Yeah. That Connor's with a new line. He has new line mates every night.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if he had
consistency.
Put him on with, exactly. Put him on with Miller or somebody. Yeah. Leave him there for. Yeah. Give him at least 5-6 games together, right? So you got some. So if I go in the corner here, the other guy's going to go there. So And
I wonder if at Christmas Day, if Garland's going to sit at the kids' table or the adults.
No, don't do that. Oh, Connor Garland. He's not that small. He's not that small.
He is.
He is okay. He's. Whatever. I mean, he's in the NHL. We're sitting on the couch. So he's making $5 million. What are we making? Nothing.
Yeah, true.
So, Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
He needs Ethan Bear as his full-time defensive partner. And the short time that Bear was here and the short time he was with OEL harking back to his glory days, his best years in Arizona. So I think that put him permanently with Ethan Bear. And we'll get the best out of OEL.
That's another thing with consistency. You get what your partner's doing.
Yeah. Those guys just have good chemistry together, and that's not something you either have it or you don't.
I think he's still out of place, and as I know you don't Hughes, you got Hughes. He's going to be your guy. Maybe start him a couple times on the first power play.
Yeah.
Maybe
exactly.
Because he's going to get off. He's going to get off in 45.
Stay out there for
30 seconds. And the last couple of games, the Canucks. You notice they've been getting off early.
Yeah. Like we had talked about. I think
exactly. Maybe
somebody of influence was watching us and said something. Yeah. Bo or something.
Yeah. I mean, I still like him. He's not going anywhere. Just spot him properly. Yeah. It's just like, if you want him to kill penalties, he could kill penalties as well. There's no need for Hughes to be killing penalties. I know he wants to do it. He's already
doesn't need to play 30 minutes a night.
Exactly. Cut down his time. Pump up OEL's time in the right positions. Another defenseman, Kyle Burrows.
Burrows could use some regular time in the lineup and a few more minutes, and I think he could also use some ice bags for his fists. There, he's been dropping the gloves a lot, so maybe a couple of ice packs, one for each hand.
I think that shows you he wants to be in the lineup. I think I don't know, everybody I talk to
absolutely
wants him in the lineup.
Yes, and it shows that he,
It looks like he cares.
He does care, and he's trying to help this team out, and he knows that there's extra D and that you got to do what you got to do to stay in the lineup, and part of that is dropping the old mitts, and as I said, some ice packs for his right knuckles would be good.
Wow, I would like to see him, but they brought in Stillman, and I think the management wants Stillman to play because it looks kind of foolish.
Plus, there's a connection that I don't know of, but there is a connection between management and Stillman. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I don't know anything about that. That's a conspiracy thing. You guys could tell us in the comments what it is. You think I'm a
flat earther too, don't you?
I don't know. Okay, with the flat earth thing, how does it day and night? How does that work? Huh? How does that work? With the globe, it comes on there. You're turning.
Who's our next on the list?
Okay, I'm just saying. All right, Myers.
Well, that guy could use a pizza and a six-pack, I think.
He needs to put on some weight.
He's 220 pounds. You're 6'8". If he weighed what I weighed, I think he'd be a better player.
I think if he weighed what you weighed, the ice would break. Yeah.
He'd be a more value. Well, put on some weight, right? Put on another 25 pounds anyway.
Well, he's big enough. He could support your weight.
Right?
Yeah, so.
Exactly. Because he's too gangly and those tall gangly guys are always awkward out there. At least put on, you go to 235, 240 and you'll be a little more effective.
What I would like with Myers is a mean streak. Just someone that's miserable to play with.
But that's not him.
No, I know.
That's something you either have or you don't.
But
we wish that he had that.
That's why I'm saying for Christmas, hopefully
maybe Santa will bring him that.
Maybe someone pisses him off during the holiday season. He comes back with just out of sorts.
And a chip on his shoulder.
Exactly. Takes it out on people. When people are scared, like there's defensemen, like I know you don't like him back in New Jersey. What's his name? Stevens,
yes.
Just a miserable guy. Dirty hit. Nobody wanted to play against that guy. People shied away from him.
Son of a bitch, that guy. Yeah, they never wanted to.
Exactly. You may not like him, but if you got someone like that on your team, that other forwards aren't going to go in the corners, it just makes life a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Again,
that's either you have that in your makeup or you don't.
Yeah.
Maybe we could, as I said, maybe Santa can perform, miracles, right?
Maybe a little brain swap or something like that, a Freaky Friday situation with him.
He'll give him Claude Lemieux.
Claude Lemieux. Oh, that was a sneaky buy. I gotta say. All right, Bruce Boudreau.
Well, I think, my opinion, Bruce needs is kind of wishing for Christmas. Bruce told Santa he wants a long-term contract extension with this team.
Really? Bruce Boudreau. I'm not sold on him. I understand why. If you're gonna get him the players he wants, yes, okay. But I don't know what management's going to do. I can't see a long-term contract for him. I'd say year to year. Because
I can't see it either, but that's what Bruce, I think would want for Christmas. If
Bruce would want it. I mean, yeah. I don't know if he wants to be here, honestly. Well, because management basically threw him under the bed.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
If
Bruce had the kind of team and allowed to coach the kind of way he could, then he'd want that extension from Santa Claus. So.
Yeah, I think right now, I don't think he's all that happy with management. I don't think management's all that happy with him.
Play the year out and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean,
no point in.
I think he needs is something that can blank out his memory for a little while.
Exactly.
Maybe some Crown Royal or something.
Some good old Crown. It's going to you, Rick D. You know who you are. But some Crown there for Bruce.
Yeah, exactly. Just to wipe away the dreadful. When you're up 3 goals and
giving
2
up all
goals,
those goals,
just like
multi-goal leads.
And it's not like the coach says, "Okay, take it easy now." So
let's go take it easy.
All right, let's go to Jim Rutherford.
Jim Rutherford, I think he'd like that team he had in Carolina where they won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. I think they were lucky then too. I mean, they're a very hardworking team, right?
But you had Rod Brindamore as your captain, and
yeah, so it's one of those things where Rutherford. Yeah, I guess he would like that. I guess that's a good enough gift for him.
That's all he deserves with the way he's.
I would, I'd like, maybe Santa to give him a direction, which way he wants to go.
Good point, because I don't think that, myself personally, I haven't heard from him this year what is the plan for this team. What is the plan for the future? Are they in a rebuild? Are they going to try and retool on the fly? Or what? He's never really. He said what he thinks the Canucks need is more structure and stuff, but he's never said what the long-term plan is for this team.
But he's never got the players to play that structure.
No, he doesn't. But I just like to know what the long-term plan is for the future.
Well,
tell the fans.
Well, yeah, I think it's also he has to deal with the owner, right? So it's not like what he wants. It's also he's got to run it by the owner because the owner pays the bills. So, all right, let's go to the general manager,
Patrick Allvin. I think he used a name tag. So there's a big letters that says general manager. So the people knows that he's the general manager, because how many times have we heard
Rutherford's
the GM. No, Rutherford's the president. Yeah. Patrick Allvin is the general manager. At least he's the general manager in name, and whether or not he's making the decisions. But he needs that big. This says, "My name is Patrick. I am the general manager."
That would be good because every time we talk about Rutherford first.
Yes, yeah.
Which other team did we talk about?
With the president before the general manager.
I mean, I can't think of one. Maybe what's his name in Toronto?
Yeah, maybe.
What's
Shanahan.
His name? Shanahan. I don't like the guy. That's why. Patrick Alvin. He needs a name tag, definitely. Also, he should, I think, instead of going with the Rutherford thing, just say what's on your mind sometimes.
Yeah.
I've seen him on After Hours. He didn't say anything. He was just like...
He was there for 20 minutes and never said...
Exactly.
Never said a thing. Like, he talked, but there was no message or anything. It was talking because he was...
And then he had Garrett on the side there. Yeah. I don't know. Garrett was trying to be nice or something. And it's just like... just ask some hard questions, right?
And see if he has any answers.
But the one thing I want to say about that, since sidetrack here, he did not say that he gave Brock Besser's management.
He's denying that.
He didn't say anything. He didn't deny it, or he didn't say he
didn't confirm it.
He didn't confirm it. He said, "I don't know where you guys get your things," which I sort of liked.
Yeah.
It's the one takeaway that I say.
At least,
okay.
don't deny and don't confirm.
Exactly.
That's how I am. I don't deny I haven't done something, and I can't confirm that I have done it.
Okay. Let's go on to the owner.
Well, just
Aquilini.
Mr. Aquilini.
Yeah.
And his two brothers, but Francesco's
He's the only guy that I
the guy that
think
makes
about.
it. Yeah. It's his money.
Yeah.
Family's money.
That's the only guy I ever hear about. You don't hear about the brothers.
No.
So.
Wow. Yeah. Francesco, he may want another team so he can...
we may want him to have another team so he can focus on the other team.
Well, this is what... Yeah, that's true. We may want him to have another team, but it's what does he want? Does he want a Stanley Cup team? He wants his name on the Stanley Cup.
Exactly, but... So what does he get for Christmas?
Does he get his name on the Stanley Cup?
Well, we all want that.
Somewhere down the line,
maybe if he buys another team, maybe he gets it back faster, right? But
yes.
I don't know. I think he should just get another endeavor, something he's passionate about. Spend some time with that. Just let the general manager.
Let the people that you hired run the team and make those decisions.
I mean, I don't know how many general managers the Vancouver Canucks got. I think they can handle it now. They got three, four, right? So
their front office is full of assistant general managers.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe for the fans, we get a clarification on what these guys do.
As I said, a plan and what the duties are, and there's a plan.
Yeah. So okay, let's go to the fans.
Well, some wins would be nice, but also I think some direction, knowing what direction management, that goes back to management. What is their direction? But some wins would be good. I mean, these 5-goal nights are exciting. It's really, really exciting hockey, so I'm not going to say it's boring. It's super exciting. So that's good, but also some wins would also be good.
I am just, what? I like the high scoring, but I do not like the way... I like it when we score. Let's just put it that way. But the goals that we give up are just so bad. So bad. And it's so quick.
And the chances,
Can we go maybe 4 minutes without giving out consecutive goals?
4 minutes without giving up back-to-back goals.
Exactly. It's just it's getting so tiring. It's like every game now. It's I don't know what it is, but maybe for the fans, for me especially, let's say the Canucks won't be scored on within a 5-minute period more than once.
From the 5-minute starting the period.
Yeah.
That they won't be scored on in
or
the first 5
after
minutes.
every
or
goal.
after another goal, yeah.
Whether you scored or the other.
Or they've given up.
Yeah, it's just it's frustrating. Personally, what would you like from the Vancouver Canucks next year?
I would this year's a write-off.
This year. Or this year, the remainder of this
I would
year.
Just I like exciting hockey. I know this team's not a playoff team. I guess I'd like to know what direction the front office has. What's their plan? And just let the season play out as it is, and you're gonna just tell us what is going on, and what direction you want, and exciting hockey. We spent too many years here in Vancouver with really, really boring hockey. I won't mention the coach, or coaches, but we got some exciting hockey now. Yeah, we got to score 6 to win if we're giving up 5, but man, it's exciting to watch a guy like Pettersson carry this team. carry this team, and man, he's turning into be
A superstar.
a superstar.
Yeah, I agree with that. I personally, as just my own little thing, this coming year or this remainder of this season, maybe once or twice, I would like to see the Russian line. I know, what is it? Paul Cozen's in Abbotsford.
He would be nice for him to come up and play with
bring him up
Mikheyev and
between him.
Kuzmenko.
Yeah, exactly. Put him on the third line. I would just like to see how that works. Like, give him 5 games.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Paul Cozen was a center back in the KHL.
Exactly. As far
Right?
as he's listed as center actually in some publications.
Yeah, I would just like to see that for as a third line, just for my own amusement. I think they would work well.
Exactly, the 3 Russians, right?
3 Russians, they can
And we
speak
could
in their
come up
own
with
language.
A good name. We could being 3 Russians be a good name for that. Somebody could come up with a good name for that line.
They could do whatever they want. I just like to see it. I think it would help. Well, Pud Cozen, working with these older guys, just help him in his development. I don't know what's going on.
And he could help them with their English.
Well, I think Mikheyev's been here for a while, so he should be better. I mean, from what I hear, Kuzmenko's not shy about talking, whether you understand him or not.
That's a good point there. Yeah.
So I think just being around those guys would help them immensely.
It would help all of them.
I mean, if we are to, believe what we're seeing, they're not going to make the playoffs. Not going anywhere. So just try something new.
Try something new. Experiment.
Exactly.
Like you have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
And I think the other thing I want to say is the fans. We've heard all this stuff. We want to see these actual trades.
Yes.
Because we heard, we're going to change up the nucleus. We're going to do this. Let's see something.
And none of this.
Sooner the better.
And none of this from management. Well, I tried to do this. I tried to do that.
Nobody cares what you tried to do.
If you want to get a deal done, you can get a deal done.
Well, that's why I just want to see something. I just want to see. We've been all these rumors.
Again, that goes back to what's the direction of this team. We've never heard publicly what their plan is.
People say they're going to do a rebuild or retool.
The management has never come out and said anything.
No,
publicly.
Personally, I don't want to do a rebuild. I honestly don't. I know people like me. You got to do a rebuild and you got to do all this stuff.
Too far gone to do a rebuild. You've got
No, it's like guys like Ray Ferraro come up. Well, you got to do it. That's the only way. No, there isn't. If you make actual trades, you could get.
You can improve the roster to make a winning roster.
Yeah, and you don't have to do it through the draft as much as everybody parrots off everybody else. You got to do it through the draft.
You can make trades and sign free agents and find good players.
You can find.
There's a lot of good players out there. There's a lot of hidden gems out there. It comes down to having a good scouting staff and also management trusting those scouts. And those scouts looking at the kind of players that you want, the kind of players that play the style that you want. And there's players out there that you don't need to build through the draft.
I think the other thing we probably want, we aren't going to get it at Christmas, but maybe the first pick. Pick.
Connor Bedard. That would be.
It might not be if the Canucks pick. They might pick somebody off the board. So.
That would be great, but what are the odds that even if the Canucks finish in dead last?
Well, I don't.
With the Canucks odds, what are the fact they're going to get that first pick?
The whole thing is finish wherever you finish and hope something weird happens.
Because the way the draft lottery, I'll say it in quotations because I'm not. That's another story. I'm not so sure it's an actual lottery, but that's for another episode. But no, I'm not guaranteed. If I could guarantee the Canucks would get him, but the way the Canucks have been I'll say luck for all those of you who believe in the draft lottery. So for all the luck or bad luck the Canucks have had, they just haven't ended up. They drop every year in the draft rather than move up. Well,
that's why maybe this year they're in like 12th place and they jump up to 1. Hopefully,
that would be a nice.
Well,
gift.
You're Santa. Make something happen.
Well, I'm Santa. I'll do the best I. You
don't do.
You have to believe in Santa first, right? Okay. And Santa, you're looking at him right here.
Yeah.
And you got it for Santa to do anything. People got to believe in the cheery old guy. Right? Yeah. And make sure you leave him out a glass of eggnog and some cookies. Cookies are fine, but he needs eggnog to wash him down with.
Really?
You know, so.
I'm just saying.
And keep the heat on, too.
Really?
Yes.
Heat? You figure you're outside, that's why.
Exactly. But the eggnog, Santa wants his eggnog, remember that.
All right. That's it. Please leave a comment down in the comments below. Share, like, subscribe. Help us out.
Exactly. And Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.